Hi there, it's Paulie here. So some interesting news for transgender science. The Murdoch Children's Research Institute in Australia, over in the state of Victoria, has just published in medical journals a study. They took 40 transgender women and they followed them from before they underwent hormone replacement therapy, and through their first 6 months of HRT, they were put on the standard medications that are used for this, the standard anti-androgens and the standard estradiol. And they tested during this process for 5,279 different proteins and how they change in our bodies. It was found that HRT profoundly changes body proteins. They change us into being female at a molecular level. This is in our blood, this is in our bones, this is in our flesh now. It changes everything. It changes how we distribute fat. It changes everything. So it's a really interesting study. It's been, everything has also been using a database of 500,000 records of the body proteins, sex chromosomes and so forth of people, which that database is kept in the UK, so that is a baseline against which they can measure all of these. This is not a small study. This is not a limited study. It is now off being replicated in other countries and other research groups, and of course is being expanded to a much broader base, and they will be following these patients through the next few years of their transition. Okay, interesting news for us because it means that our bodies truly do become female. An interesting thought, though, is that our healthcare must now be that cisgender women receive. We are not cis males. So cis women are more susceptible than males to certain types of autoimmune disease. So as trans women, we have to make sure we're tested for these. However, the good news is we are less susceptible to cardiovascular disease and certain types of communicable disease. So anyway, it's an interesting time. The science says, boom, baby, we are changing ourselves into female. It really is there on a molecular level. They're going to do some research into trans men. They're going to keep going on all this. And I think there'll be a lot more interesting medical news following from this in the near future. All right, everyone, much love and science, baby!